and welcome to Chesapeake Weekly. Well, it's been a while since we've caught up with Health Department Director Dr. Nancy Welch, so I gave her a video call and we talked a variety of COVID-related topics. Now, first up, we talked about the importance of getting kids as young as 12 years old vaccinated.
This younger population doesn't get as ill if they have it. That is absolutely true. Some of them do. We have certainly had some of this age in the hospital, but the reality is that ill or not ill, they can spread it. So whenever you have communicable disease, what people have to understand is it's not like having a kidney stone or something that only happens to you and what you do only relates to you. When you have communicable disease, remember the word communicable. What we do impacts not only ourselves, but it impacts everyone around us.
Another topic on everyone's mind are the COVID-19 variants. So I asked her about those as well. Now, she said that variants are definitely a concern, but that the vaccine is still our best defense.
So the way that you prevent the variants from thriving, or any virus from thriving, is by use of the vaccine. So you're killing it off. You're not giving it an opportunity to grow. It's sort of like not feeding it. The virus sort of feeds by being able to multiply inside the human body. But if we can kill it off, then it cannot thrive and it will not multiply. And not only then will it not spread, but the vaccine will continue to be effective.
If you still need to get your vaccine, there are plenty of ways to do so. A quick and easy way is to ask your pharmacist or doctor. The Chesapeake Health Department also hosts events at various locations throughout the city. To find a clinic near you, contact them at 382-8600 or follow them on Facebook. Chesapeake Regional Healthcare is hosting a new program in South Norfolk called Women's Wellness Wednesdays. After monitoring repeat visits to the emergency room, staff at Chesapeake Regional noticed that the majority of those repeat visits were from women who lived in South Norfolk. So they pulled together a plan to reach out to that community to be proactive with women's health.
I focus on multi-visit patients in the emergency room, and I decided I wanted to know more about who those patients are that have 5 or more emergency room visits in a year. So I started breaking them down demographically, and what I found was a large majority of them come from South Norfolk, and a large majority of them are women. So what I wanted to do is try to do a research study to see if breaking some of those barriers to access, such as location, poor internet service, poor transportation, if we break some of those barriers, can we increase a woman's sense of well-being and her health status?
This is our baby. Yes, and we talk about safe sleep and back to sleep and talking to your baby and nurturing your baby. And then WIC helps out with the nutrition for baby and mommy and family as well.
So we're going to do this women's wellness event for 6 months, the first Wednesday of the month for 6 months, bringing all the resources here to the women, and then see if that has made any difference in their health status or their sense of well-being. We have everything you can think of for every age women. We have WIC, we have baby care, we have senior services of Southeastern Virginia, we have the HOPE program, which is a domestic violence program. We have job openings at the hospital and other locations. Pretty much anything you can think of. We have social services out here. We have Healthy Chesapeake. We have the Buffalo family with a food ministry. We have 40 different organizations and groups here. Well, I just hope that everybody will come out and take advantage of the resources that are here today. It's a little bit harder to get to these resources sometimes if you don't have, like I said, a computer or internet access. While we're here in your backyard, I hope that people will come and take advantage and go through the tables. We have lots of giveaways and prizes too, so something for everybody.
Women's Wellness Wednesdays are the first Wednesday of each month at Chesapeake RX. That's at 2544 Bainbridge Boulevard from 10 to 2. Well, mosquito season is officially here, so we caught up with Mosquito Control Director Lisa Wagenbrenner to see what they're doing to prevent the biters and for a reminder on what we can do as well.
So we basically started the season in early spring, pre-treating water for immature mosquitoes. And then about mid-May, we started sending out the ULV truck spraying. Now, that is driven by our trap count. So we have thresholds that are met, and once they're met, then we will send the trucks out to that particular area. We were pretty busy in the very beginning of the season. It was a wet spring, and then it dried out for a while, and then the rains came, the end of May. That has brought on our temporary floodwater mosquitoes. They're very annoying, and they sparked a lot of our increase in our service calls. So we've been getting out and trying to help folks with that and get the spraying done to get their numbers down. What we have seen recently is an increase in those container breeders, those ankle biters, driving everybody crazy. So yeah, my note to citizens is please tip and toss. We can't get to everybody's backyard, and the truck spraying is ineffective against those particular species. Truck spraying is designed to get mosquitoes that are on the wing, or what we call flying mosquitoes. The ankle biter, those Asian tiger mosquitoes, are kind of lazy mosquitoes. They hang out in the bushes, you know, until we come outside and they can smell us. They smell our carbon dioxide that we're exhaling out. So when we're driving around in our trucks at night, they're just hunkering down, just waiting for us to come outside during the day when we're active.
So remember, tip and toss. Get rid of that standing water in your backyard. And if you think you need a visit from Mosquito Control, give them a call at 966-5158 or visit them at cityofchesapeake.net/mosquito. We've shown you several stories over the past few weeks about cool things going on at our libraries, and we're going to show you another one today. Major Hilliard Library has a neat installation in its lobby. Take a look.
Mr. Lessix at Great Bridge High School, he's the College Composition and National Honor Society advisor for Great Bridge High School. Well, he was telling his students that it would be wonderful to build a greenhouse out of water bottles. And so the students got really excited about that, and they decided to take on this project as the National Honor Society spring project, service project. So what you see here is but a small portion of the nearly 4,000 bottles that they brought into Mr. Lessix's classroom to build that greenhouse. So this is one, and they'd like to do more, probably at the Dr. Clarence V. Cuffey Innovation and Outreach Library over in South Norfolk. So we're hoping to see more of these, and maybe a life-size one in the future.
And before we go, the Independence Day holiday brings with it some changes to city operating schedules. So because July 4th is on Sunday, most of the closures will take place on Monday. All city offices, courts, and community centers will be closed on Monday, July 5th. The Chesapeake Visitors Center will be open from 10 to 4. All libraries will be closed on Sunday, July 4th, and Monday, July 5th. There will be no changes to the trash or recycling collection schedules. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful Independence Day holiday, and we'll see you here again next week.
Well, generally in the city of Chesapeake, we got a lot of areas where there's, open spaces for you to ride your bicycles. And if you're riding in the road, you always want to stay to the right and ride with the flow of traffic. You don't want to ride against traffic. That's very unsafe. And people don't look in that direction when they're pulling out in front of you. So you always want to ride with traffic. If you're riding at nighttime, you want to make sure that you have a set of operational lights, both front and back. It makes it a lot easier for you to be seen, and also you want to wear bright clothing and make sure that you have good control over your bike at all times. Obey the rules of the road. A helmet is definitely recommended equipment. It's not state law, but you want to have a helmet on, and you don't want your helmet to be more than 5 years old. If your helmet's more than 5 years old, the styrofoam kind of loses its texture and becomes more brittle. Be respectful and mindful of everyone that you're on the road with, whether they're cyclists or drivers.
Don't just learn history, live history. At the Great Bridge Battlefield and Waterways Museum, you'll experience life in 18th century Virginia. Discover the water that defined the landscape. Visit a colonial tavern and find yourself in the middle of the Battle of Great Bridge. Your next adventure begins at the Great Bridge Battlefield and Waterways Museum. All COVID-19 safety precautions apply. Go to gbbattlefield.org for more information.